That's going to end in tears. That was good timing, wasn't it? Good afternoon, welcome to the channel. My name is Beena and this lovely little fella here is of course Walter. Hope you are well. You join me here on Friday the 19th of December. Let's go with that. 2025. Nearly Christmas, everyone. It's a lovely 12 degrees Celsius. I nearly said centigrade. I don't know why I say centigrade all the while. I panic. Whenever, oh no, road closing. Oh, it's January. Never mind. Yeah, whenever I'm going to say Celsius on these videos, I always panic and say centigrade. I never say it any other time. How strange. How strange. Welcome to the strange world of Beena's mind. I don't know what that is in freedom units. 40 something, 50 something Fahrenheit. Chilly, but not too bad. Lovely and sunny. This week has been the usual winter weather so far in the UK this year, which is piss it down all week. One day of sunshine, back to pissing it down again, which is nice. Which has been doubly pleasurable over this last week because Mrs. Beena went away for a few days to do some. She hasn't left me. She went away to do some training, deliver some training, and left me on my own with the furry little Otto. And I managed to get a full-blown cold. Where the hell are you going? I managed to get a full-blown cold, so I had the absolute delight of having to take him out for two 45-50 minute walks a day in the rain whilst I was feeling like shit. So that was lovely. I'm feeling a lot better now though, which is good. So we're off out on lovely Walter. We've been, as usual, to go and get the furry little shit some dog chews, stock him up for Christmas, keep him off our feet. So yeah, not done a lot the last week, what we're feeling crummy. But we have hit a milestone in the last week. I managed to hit 1,000 subscribers at one point during the week, which is ridiculous. Who'd have thought 1,000 people would want to listen to the inane ramblings of a middle-aged white dude on his bike? Just some stream of consciousness that's happening with no planning, no real thought or care. Apparently some of you do. So thank you very much, those of you who subscribe. That's very kind of you. I remember, I think it was one of my first videos that I did when I got a microphone. I remember saying that followers don't really matter to me, and that's still true. I mean, you all matter to me, of course. Oh dear, someone's had a crash down there. Of course you all matter to me, you lovely people. But I never really made this channel with any kind of expectations to grow it in any way whatsoever, monetize it and get as many followers as possible. It has always been just for my own purposes. And I remember saying in one of those early videos that I'd be over the moon if I hit 100 subscribers, because I couldn't understand why anyone would want to watch and listen to my videos, which are clearly done just for me. And then I did hit 100 subscribers and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And now I'm at 1,000 and it's only taken me 18 months. What sort of growth is that, eh? But yeah, that's cool. I mean, it is marred slightly by the fact that my 1,000th subscriber, I think, was Glyn Owens from that Glyn Owen channel, using his alt account to pretend to be someone called Otto. You absolute bugger, Glyn. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to really count it at being at 1,000 until I get another one on top of Glyn. Oh, that sounded wrong, didn't it? Glyn, do you want someone on top of you? That isn't an offer, by the way. Now, weirdly, just before I hit 1,000 subscribers, I had my first company approach me asking if I would like a review unit or something for me to do a review on. I think I got that when I was about 2 shy of 1,000, which was a weird thing to have, really. Almost as weird as me putting it in first to go around that corner. Oh, I can smell fried onions. Very nice. Yeah, it seems odd having companies approach you to say, can you look at our kit? I didn't know how to feel about that. But I am going to decline it because although it looks like it's probably a decent product, to be honest. It's kind of one of these Apple CarPlay, Google. No, what is it? Apple CarPlay, Google. Oh, my mind's just completely blank there. The Apple and Google CarPlay type deals. I think it's basically just a dumb screen that you just Bluetooth into. You know, it's got a big touch screen on it. Big monolithic square plastic looking thing. So you can do your navigation and your phone and everything on it. And I'll be honest, if I had a Himalayan, I'd probably be in the market for one of those. But as you know, I love my Beeline Moto here. You know, if they want to sponsor me and send me free shit, then yeah, please do, because I get nothing from them. And every bloody video, someone asks me what it is, which is what Glyn did, the bastard, when he subscribed. What's that thing with the arrow on your handlebars? Like he doesn't know that I say something about it every time. That's a Rocket 3. Yeah, if I was in the market if I had a Himalayan, I'd probably be in the market for one of those, and I would have probably took them up on their offer to give it a try and give it a review and my honest thoughts. But I like to keep it pure on here. I like it to look old school because, you know, I bought Walter because I like the retro charm of him. Kite over in the distance, which is why I went for the Beeline, because it's kind of unobtrusive. It's only a tiny little thing, isn't it? And it just does what I want it to do, which is navigation bits. I don't really want to be distracted with phones and whatnot when I'm riding. So yeah, thank you company that reached out and asked me to do it, but it's not really my kind of thing. And oh, that's a very, very low kite over there. Wow, cool. You can't see it, you're not allowed. So yeah, well, I mean, what are your thoughts on that, on the channel? For those of you who do subscribe and enjoy what I do, what are your thoughts if companies were to send me things which are kind of relevant to this kind of bike and the gear I wear? Would that be something you'd be interested in? I mean, I've no plans to monetize my channel in the slightest. I mean, the small amount of views that I get isn't going to be netting me thousands a month, is it? So, and like I say, I'm not really interested in that. I don't want it to become a second job. I've already got a job, a full-time job, thank you. But you know, if someone was to say, I've got these retro style gloves, would you mind giving them a review? I'd probably be inclined to say yes. Well, what do you think? Would you view me as a sellout? I know a lot of the other channels with similar sort of bikes, all the Royal Enfield ones, they tend to do it, don't they? And I'll be honest, it kind of turns me off from them a little bit, because I subscribe to those channels because I enjoy the chat and just the general chat and the ride, rather than being I was going to say forced to watch adverts, but I'm not forced to watch anything, am I? I can always not watch it, so yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one. It's a conundrum. I mean, if I was ever to do it, I would have to be honest about any gear that I review. I could never be one of these people who only says positive things, because I don't think that benefits anyone in the long run, does it? Anyway, I can't imagine that there's going to be a plethora of companies knocking down my door now that I've hit 1,000 subscribers for me to be a shield for their products. Oh, look, Beena, I saw you had 400 views on your last video. Here, try my Ducati. So yeah, I shouldn't worry about it, dear viewers. It's not going to happen. Although I'll tell you what, if someone wants to send me some warm bloody trousers, I'd happily take them. I don't know what it is about. I spent a lot of money on gear for my bike. So, yeah, riding gear. Kites! Oh, they're so beautiful. And I don't really begrudge spending money on biking gear, because although it's a necessity for me because of the safety aspect, you know, it is fashion, let's face it, isn't it? So, you know, you only really need one jacket, one pair of trousers, potentially the same again for winter, and the same with boots. But, you know, you see something you like, you want to, bit stylish, you want to have it, don't you? So I don't really begrudge spending my money, although weirdly I do on winter trousers. And I don't know why, but why are they so expensive? I get why jackets maybe are. You get a lot of pockets, there's a lot of different design elements going on there, you know, zips and so on, and buttons, and like I say, pockets and vents and all kinds of things. But trousers, for the most part, are pretty basic, aren't they? They're just trousers with a few pockets in. I don't understand why they're like hundreds of pounds for winter ones. I'm specifically thinking of the adventure style ones. I mean, I saw some the other day. I was browsing. What was I on? I was on Sports Bike Shop website, and I was looking at their clearance stuff. And they had some adventure style jackets and trousers, which I must admit I've got like that sort of style. It doesn't really go with Walter, but you know, when it comes to winter, sometimes beggars can't choosers, can they? But yeah, I was looking at them, and I was like, there was a pair of trousers, and they were like 600 quid, and they were reduced by about 40%. I thought, sweet Jesus, who's paying that much money or price or discounted for a pair of winter trousers? And how are they that much money? I'd want a free bike with them for that much. So yeah, as a consequence, my legs are cold. Because I'm just wearing my riding jeans and some thermals underneath them. I do have a pair of winter trousers. What are they? They Oxford Continentals, I think. They're just so bulky and ill-fitting at the bottom. So I don't like wearing them really, unless it's really cold. So I'd like to have a nice sort of tailored looking pair, which are warm, waterproof, breathable, and not 600 fucking quid. So yeah, any companies out there with those and want me to try them, I would happily do that, and I'll give you a glowing bloody review. See how quickly my ethics and my morals go at the prospect of some good trousers. We're only a good pair of trousers away from revolution. I think that's the phrase. I'm pretty sure that's the saying. Well, if you remember last time I did one of these videos, I was talking about how I altered my suspension, stiffened the suspension up at the back. Oh, another kite has even in the road eating something. Probably that bag of rubbish that some considerate arsehole has left there. Yeah, I stiffened the suspension up. I have to say, it has made it a lot better, I think. Coming up here, it's usually really bouncy and... Oh, I bet that's what he's after. That's that poor deer there. Yeah, it has definitely improved the comfort and the bounciness. So, happy days. I need to try a longer trip. I haven't really been out on really long trips. You know when you're not feeling very well, when you got a heavy cold, and you start feeling a bit better, or so you think, and you think, oh, you know what? I think I'm alright. I think I'll go out somewhere in your car or on your bike, and then you go out into the real world in your car, and it feels like a video game, and nothing feels real, and you feel really unusual. You think, I should not be out. Yeah, that's what I was like last week, so I've not been out anywhere. I don't know why I suddenly started rambling about that. Oh yeah, I haven't been out for very long rides. I haven't at all. It's been a really dreadful month for getting out on the bike because of the weather. You know, I don't want to go out and get soaking wet. So I haven't really been out for longer than sort of an hour. And sometimes not even that long. But yeah, initial thoughts on the old suspension, it feels good. So yeah, Christmas coming up, a few days time. Don't think I have any bike related gear for Christmas. Do I? Just thinking about that. Last year I got a summer jacket, a vented jacket, which I know it sounds bonkers because it was in the winter, but it's Christmas, but it was in the sale, so I got a really good deal on it. This year I don't think I've gone for anything bike related. You know, I keep dropping hints to Mrs. Beena that I'd like a Himalayan, but she doesn't seem to be taking them. I mean, she does. I think her eyes are sore from all the rolling that they're doing for every time I mention it. But it'd be nice to have a break coming up from work. I've got to go into work on Monday, down into that there London. And then I'm off until the 30th, which is lovely. Could you have gone any slower up there, mate? Yeah, and then back in for a couple of days and off again for New Year. And then I've got a few days off in January, so yeah, it's going to be lovely. Going to eat too much, drink too much, sleep too much. Hopefully get out a bit on Bolter. Very nice, weather permitting, of course. Oh, it'd be nice to have a white Christmas. I don't think that's going to happen. Haven't had one of those for a few years. In fact, back in 1999 I went to the United States on holiday with a friend and his family, and the idea was that we were going to spend Christmas Day in a log cabin in Sequoia National Park, Northern California, in the snow, and then we were heading off to Vegas to spend New Year's Eve for the Millennium in Las Vegas. It was an amazing trip, absolutely amazing trip. But for the Christmas part of it, I'm really looking forward to being in this log cabin in the forest, middle of nowhere, national park, and they usually get 100 inches of snow. And we touched down in LA, and it was about 27 degrees Celsius. And the jet stream hadn't switched over or something, and so it was unseasonably warm, so we got no snow at all by the time we got to the cabin. And so we didn't get to spend Christmas in the snow, but it actually worked out quite well, because most of the park, or large swathes of the park, are closed in the winter because of the snow, but they're all open for us, and we toured round, and there's barely anyone about, and so we got to see loads of this park, which was wonderful. So it worked out quite well, but part of me thinks it would have been nice to have like 100 inches of snow. Yeah, we're not going to get that. We'll probably get a little bit of rain here in the UK. That's our white Christmas, transparent Christmas. Squelchy bells. Right, I'm rambling. I think that's probably enough, isn't it, for this week? Because we're basically commuting again, because today apparently is the busiest day traffic-wise of the year, because everyone is off travelling to visit or stay with relatives, apparently, making the great escape for Christmas. So yeah, according to the BBC, it's this time of the year and there's going to be massive traffic jams, and that's when I decided to come out, because I'm an idiot. Okie dokie, well, if I don't do another video before Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas with friends and family. If you don't have friends and family and you're on your own, then I'm sure you can still have a lovely time. Make sure you look after yourselves, be kind to each other. Hope you get lots of nice gifts. Eat too much, drink too much, be merry. And if you're out and about on your bike, make sure you keep it shiny side up. Until the next one, take care and bye.